Welcome to Crunk Unfiltered.
Welcome to Crunk Unfiltered, where the opinions are loud, and if you're offended, I don't care. Today I got Colton, a real close friend of mine, and we're going to be talking about FMW and good old Sinister Nights. Colton, how about you introduce yourself and tell the people about you and FMW before we get started?
I run FMW. I've been doing the kind of I don't know, what would you say, video editing work of FMW since 2019. FMW is an EFED. We could talk about other things I do later, but today we'll just focus on FMW. Fat Money Wrestling, our YouTube channel is the Gaming Alternative Media Entertainment YouTube channel. There's a lot of, that would probably be a whole episode in itself telling you how we got to that name. But I guess the main thing is just I'm just a guy that likes wrestling and a lot of other things. But today it's wrestling.
Yeah, today it's wrestling, and we got FMW's got a premium live event coming up, good old Sinister Nights, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, the match card for that show. It is a stacked card. I mean, I've seen it. It's a good one.
Yeah, I can do the rundown. First, I think though, so good old Sinister Nights. I don't think we can talk about it just bluntly because it used to be good old summer night fights.
Yeah.
But it just so happened that before we were about to have our good old summer night fights, PLE July 4th, which was supposed to be the return of one of our biggest, not only supporters, but participants in our EFED, Jimmy Rowerson. And unfortunately, he passed away in 2025. And I mean, it's something that still gets to me. Me and Jimmy were really close. I talk to him almost every day. Just like I talked to Josh here, Crunk.
Yeah, Crunk.
Talk to Crunk, almost every day. But back to Jimmy, I would talk to him all the time, and we would always talk FMW, and he got really sick, and so he had to stop participating at FMW. Well, it just so happened that he was starting to feel better, ironically, and he had told me several times that he wanted to make his FMW return, and he wanted to be world champion again, and he knew that he just, you can't just hop back in and be world champion. He wanted to work for it.
Yeah.
And, well, unfortunately, he didn't make it to that, and it hit me really hard. It still hits me pretty hard, actually. I really miss him. He was a good friend of mine. And so, anyway, we collectively decided that he needed something in his name, and we did a remembrance show, but we wanted something deeper.
Yeah.
And so we changed the PLE for the July 4th show to good old Sinister Nights. And that's mostly because the main call Jimmy used was Sinister. And he had a couple other call is like our wrestler, like the person you would see performing in the ring on the video game. And so it was Sinister, and so we just thought that was real good kudos to him. And this is the second year of good old Sinister Nights, unfortunately, but at the same time, fortunately. And I got the card in front of me.
Well, before you get into the card, I've had the pleasure of speaking with him on occasions through like Uvu and Discord and all that, and he was generally a pretty awesome guy. I mean, he was cool. I mean, you couldn't help but like the guy. And I wasn't as close as you are to him, but it still gets to me.
Yeah, losing him was hard.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Oh, but yeah, let's get into the card.
Well, there's been a lot of going on in FMW over the recent months, and even some deeper than that have led to a lot of the matches on this card. And as Crunk wants to, we'll get into them. But the first match is a fatal four-way for the Full Honor Championship, which has Donnie, Triple C, Trey Fanta, and CR Witt. CR Witt is a newcomer, which is ironic because for being a newcomer, he's going to well, he's gonna have his hands full.
Yeah, I mean, for a newcomer, we're pretty much he's getting tossed to the wolves here. I mean, see what he's got.
Yeah, and I don't know much about him. I do know Trey Fanta. I mean, Trey's been a part of FMW since the beginning. He went by Venom before. A lot of reasons why he is now going by Trey Fanta. And then Triple C is my alter ego, I guess you could say. It's I wear a lot of hats, as a lot of us do, in FMW. Crunk being one of them, because as you guys heard, I called him Josh. In FMW, he is multiple people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Triple C's me. Donnie is a well, used to be in a tag team, turned on his partner, won the Full Honor Championship, and now he has to defend it in a fatal four-way, which is going to start off our good old Sinister Night.
Yeah, and I mean, the talent that's going to be in that match is just stacked. I mean, it's something.
I don't like tooting my own horn, but like I said, Donnie, brilliant guy. Trey Fanta, OG, and then CR Witt, rookie. Don't really know what he's capable of, but
Hey, it's going to be fun to see, I tell you that.
we might crown a new Full Honor champion, and that's something that me and Crunk always look forward to, is seeing what a new champion can do, and also if the old champion retains, what happens going forward.
All right, moving on. What we got after that one?
The next match is a 2-on-2 TLC for the tag team championships. FMW Royalty, the Bad Boys, takes on the Empire of Pain.
Oh, the Empire of Pain. If y'all don't know who that is, you need to go to our to the channel. You need to scroll until you find them. They oh gosh, they're the Empire of Pain, EOP. They're something else.
Yeah, when EOP shows up, we show out.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud to be a part of EOP. I guess this is a moment where I could kind of gloat, because it isn't me just gloating about myself. It's me gloating about two guys who had a plan when they came to the company, and not only did they succeed in that plan, but they've done nothing but then be the goal line, the benchmark for everybody else. And Crunk, you've been a part of EOP.
I have.
Which was it was something that we wanted to give you guys, like, to have that X on you for the rest of your life. It's because it's an X, it's a target. We get a lot of hate, but it's something I'm really proud of, because I had no intentions on being a part of anything, and they needed a third guy, and they couldn't think of anyone else but good old Triple C. And
I guess you can call me, since I'm no longer a member of the group, I guess you consider that I'm an outsider. As an outsider looking in, There's no one better. Literally, there's no one better to in that group. I mean, to fill that role. It's perfect. I mean, there's no one else can fill those shoes than Triple C.
Well, in like the person I am right now talking to you is definitely not Triple C.
Yeah.
This is Colton, and to be Triple C, I gotta come up to here, and I gotta be like, Crunk, what are we doing here? You brought the champion, even if he don't hold gold. You brought the main event, even if he's not in the main event. You brought the superstar that is the most talked about superstar in all of EFED to your show. Why? And that's
Yeah. That's Triple C right there.
He yells. He probably just blew your ear off. And he's very cocky. Very cocky.
Is it cocky if you can back it up, though?
I mean, since I am the creative world, I don't know if that is the correct statement to be using, but a lot of the times I win against my will. I can say that.
Yeah, we're part of the creative team and all this, and
I guess we should explain that.
Yeah, maybe we should have started with that.
We probably should explain that. Although I am the owner of FMW, I am not solely responsible for the content you've seen for all these years.
No, I play a part in this.
And he plays a part.
Others as well.
Yeah, it's a big. Well, not big really. There's like what, 5 of us, 6 of us.
Yeah, I mean. And some of the names that help run the show, we're going to bring up later on.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, there's some hats in the ring, and of course, if it was up to me, because I run the show, I would prefer to lose pretty much all the time. Yeah. That does not get allowed against my will.
I mean, there's been times where we creative team would argue with him. We're like, no, it makes sense for you to win this match. It makes sense for you to be champion. And you're like, but I don't want it all to be about myself. I don't want that. But it makes perfect sense, though. It's the only logical reason. And most of the time, majority rules.
So that's kind of EOP in a nutshell. Joseph Robinson, which, I mean, I can't speak enough great things about Joseph Robinson. He's been like a brother to me, and since he's come to FMW, if that's really like the angle, or not the angle, but what we're talking about here is FMW mostly. He shot to the top.
Yeah,
He strapped a rocket to his own back. Nobody did it for him. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people in the company today think that he just gets everything handed to him, and that was never the case. Joseph Robinson, I mean, he'd be a great person to have on your show to talk about later on. Because I mean, he would tell you better than I can everything he endured to get to where he is, because we didn't let it be. Nobody comes into FMW and just has it handed to him.
No,
not a same. My own brother, my blood brother, is in FMW, and the biggest thing he's been a part of was a big injury angle, I think, which kind of brings us to later on in the card. We'll kind of probably talk about more of that, but yeah, Joseph Robinson is just the pinnacle of FMW, and sometimes he's the heart of all of us, because I mean, me and Crunk, we work, I'm gonna be honest, we work the hardest on FMW because we do commentary, we do a lot of, like, because I spend a lot of time with him, so we do a lot of back and forths of, I'll say something and he's like the only person who can test me, I guess, like who will test me, like who will be like, you sure that's the right idea? Well, what about this? And like, because not everyone else, like a couple of the other guys will do that on occasion, but like he's always making me think, and that's why we work so well together. And so I'm getting off track here. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So Joseph Robinson, you know, he's part of EOP. So EOP, Joseph Robinson, Chris Michaels, who, I mean, also can't say enough great things about him and what he's done for FMW. And just like I said, him and Joseph Robinson came up with the EOP idea together, and then they brought me in, and then it lit itself on fire. I mean, you know, like I can't even really tell you exactly what happened. It just happened so fast. Like it just like everyone we're the most hated, Crunk will tell you.
Yeah.
And by nature, because I mean, you guys heard Triple C just a minute ago. He yells. He thinks he's the best of everything. He's the main event. He's the champion, even if you don't hold gold. You know, he's the most talked about superstar in EFED, and he believes that to his core. Like
Triple C is self-centered.
Oh, 100%.
100%, yeah. I mean, and Colton isn't.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, there we go.
He's Triple C the character, which I mean we could talk about after we get done with the card if we want to. But
yeah.
The character is wild because he's like I don't know. For all you people who maybe actually know wrestling, and if you watch this show, I'd hope you do. Like the old like 80s, 90s,
yeah.
Like older wrestlers who were like, "Oh, let me tell you something, brother," you know, like and like so Triple C is very much that guy, but he also thinks that like his shit don't stink. Like there's no Triple C could lose 3 times in one night, and he will say at the end of the night, if he gets put a camera on a mic in his face, I'm still the best. Like I'm not,
I mean.
And so just this mashup of these 3 guys on EOP, extremely awesome. And then the bads are FMW royalty. Like they were here since day one. Larry Bad, Mac Bad, Jack Bad, and that's the Bad Boys. And they're going for the tag team championships against EOP.
EOP, yeah. That right there, that's gonna be a barn burner. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's a stacked card, and those first 2 matches that we just described are main event on their own.
Yeah, and if I can even, I think I'm allowed to do this since I'm the owner. We did commentary earlier, and so we've kind of seen behind the window or behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Right? And so when we tell you guys that those are great matches and are gonna be great matches,
they're great matches.
We may be letting you see the future, you know?
Yeah.
So, next match on the card, Crunk, is the one-on-one for the women's championship, Tia Clark versus Tonga Crow.
Yeah, I mean, Tonga Crow, I mean, she's been in the business how long?
She was the 3rd women's champion, and I believe been here since the beginning.
And Tia, she's, if I remember right, not been there as long.
Yeah, not as long as Tonga, but like, well, I guess she's been here that long, but she wasn't in the ring. So when which I guess I should also mention that the Tia Clark Caw is my wife, like in real life, like that's my real life wife's Caw. And when I first met her, she was the general manager, which, I mean, I guess we could talk about who the general manager now is.
Yeah.
But so that's what she did until I don't know. I think her first match was 2021,
Sounds about right.
maybe 2020, but uh, yeah, and that match ends up being a crazy match. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the two styles would conflict when we originally drew it up, I guess I could say.
Yeah,
But they didn't.
not at all. I mean, they mashed well together.
Yeah, they mash very well together, and it ends up being. I mean, I'm not gonna say best match on the card because I think there's about 4 matches that could be arguably the best matches on the card.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a great match, and I wouldn't walk away to go get my popcorn or anything during that.
No, I wouldn't either.
All right, well, this comes the one that I think maybe you would like to sink your teeth into, Crunk. This is the ambulance match where Cameron Red finally gets his hands on Corey Gamble after what has been a ride for the ages.
Yeah. I mean, the way they've been going back and forth, and you know, Corey broke into his house, invaded his house, got his hands on him, and beat him down. I mean,
Beat him down good.
yeah. What kind of hatred do you have to be to do that?
It definitely was deep, and it again, if I could pull back the curtain, I love when people get so involved in our stories that they're willing to go above and beyond, and that's exactly what Corey Gamble and Cameron Red did for us. Was they've went above and beyond with the story they're telling, and I mean, you're one of them, Crunk. I know we're talking about this pay-per-view or PLE today,
Yes.
but I mean, in the past, you and Tyler were probably one of the not the first to do it, because that would have been Blade and Blade's brother, who were like the first to like really bring in real life
Yeah.
videos into FMW. But
Not to brag, but we were the first to knock it out of the park. Not to brag.
Blade, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna agree or disagree with that statement. Maybe it's time you come back, buddy.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
But I can, and it's on our Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Which Crunk has the ability to get you guys there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have links and all that in the description box down below, no doubt.
And then so this match is just built on fire and rage because, like you said, Corey Gamble broke into his home. Cameron wasn't 100%. They went into fighter frenzy, and Corey Gamble walked away the victor in that.
Yeah, and then I mean there was another one where Red found him and beat him down.
Yeah, that was just recently before this PLE
Yes.
coming up. Cameron Red found him in his car, pulled him out of his car, beat the dog out of him,
brakes off of him,
and now these guys are going to be in a ambulance match at good Ol Sinister Nights. I knew Jimmy pretty well, maybe even really well. I think he would love this.
Oh yeah, he would.
And we haven't even got to like the last 2 matches here. Is there any more we want? Oh, Corey Gamble. We talked about my brother's in here earlier. So the whole reason Corey's in this situation and Cameron's in this situation. Cameron and Corey used to be best friends. And well, Corey left Cameron to basically be a part of not EOP, but to be in the circle.
Oh,
of EOP.
Yeah.
And then, well, like everyone that ends up around EOP, once you have once your usefulness has been outlived,
You get
you
cast to the side.
you get casted to the side, which Crunk knows all about.
Yeah, I do. I do.
And well, Corey got cast to the side because he got caught attacking T-Boy, my brother.
Yeah.
Backstage, it was actually really nasty. One of the most vicious attacks that FMW has witnessed.
It was bad.
And
Spent
he got
weeks
caught.
trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, that was a storyline that took all of us, and everyone who knew, which wasn't a lot, but the ones who did know, like we had to. Uh-oh. What happened?
Not sure. Technical difficulties here. Hang on.
It just moves out of the way.
I'm not sure how to fix this. Oh, someone joined. Trey joined the show. Trey Fanta.
What's up, Trey? We're recording a podcast, so don't say nothing bad. Just
Yeah.
we're talking about the PLE on Crunk's podcast.
Which PL we talking about? What's poppin', y'all? How y'all?
The good Ol Sinister Nights that's coming up.
Yeah.
The one named after Jimmy.
Oh, R.I.P. Jimmy. Be a legend. Hey, I just stopped in to say what's up. I didn't know y'all was doing your podcast.
Nah, you're good.
No,
brother.
you're
Love you,
good. Nice little cameo.
dog.
Oh yeah, you already know. Many more to come once I move.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably a future guest right there, guys. All right.
Did that fix it? That didn't fix it. Oh, because you got me maximized.
Keep on talking while I work on this.
Just try to like.
Because when I do that,
No, in Discord. So remember how you had it smaller? Try to unmaximize me.
no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just go with it.
Do
That works. It's fine.
you remember how to grab the edges?
Well, I remember I'm doing this without my glasses.
Oh gosh. Oh Trey. Down at the bottom, can you like unwatch? There you go. You fixed it. Look at you.
Hey, a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Now get the line. Yep, there you go. All right. So we're back. Anyway. Yeah. So Corey Gamble really messed up. And got cast to the side. Cameron was a part of Rich Money at the time.
Yeah.
But he got a offer that I don't think people turn down offers from EOP.
No, he got an offer he couldn't refuse. I mean, Tyler, my civil disobedience partner, and I was given that offer, and we could not refuse it. I mean, you just don't turn that down.
As being a part of EOP, it's really hard to talk about it, but it also wasn't me that made the offer. So when Joseph makes an offer, I think that's when it's like, this is serious. You know? And he's also the one that would cast somebody out as well. Because Triple D, nor Michaels, not that they don't have the cojones to do so, but they just, I don't want to say they don't care, but Triple C really don't care.
Yeah.
Like I can speak for him at least. Like Triple C, I can't stress this enough. He's just a dickhead. Like he's just
He is. He is.
he's just a dickhead, and he likes being a dickhead. So, yeah, Corey Gamble versus Cameron Red, blood feud match. Cameron, a part of Corey Gamble's old crew, they got into a big fight. Corey has one on top of Cameron right now. Can Cameron even the scores? Basically,
And then
what we're looking for.
to do so, he's going to have to toss him into an ambulance, shut the doors. I mean, what kind of that's a level of humiliation that you just don't live down. Being thrown into an ambulance with the door shut on you, you don't live that down.
See what happens to Corey Gamble and stuff. We are. I guess we should have probably said this too. We're very unprofessional, probably, but I don't get on very many podcasts to talk about EFED because not a lot of people want to hear about it. But we are right in the middle of our break. We take a break during the summer.
Yeah.
Mostly because if not, I think me and Crunk would probably pull our hairs out. To mind you, there hasn't always been a break, and I used to run, and he can tell you 365 days a year. Well, not 365 days a year, but every week we had a show.
There was a time where we was doing commentary, and it took up hours of our day. I mean, we spend 3, maybe 6 hours a day doing commentary.
At one point, we had 3 shows.
Yes.
And I would have to record, edit, get those all together. We would do commentary. I'd have to re-edit them again and get those all out, and we'd have to do that each and every week.
Yeah, it was taxing, and I mean, it was taxing on me, and all I was doing was sitting here just commentating, and so I know it was more on him.
Yeah, there's a reason there's the breaks in place now, because I think without them,
We would go insane.
Yeah, and I got there. I got burnout. And so we're in the middle of our summer break. I just wanted to stress that. So if you guys like really get into this, because it will be, I don't know what day is this getting released?
Thursday.
So this is Thursday. You guys probably won't see this till following Saturday, the PLE we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, well, brings us to the second to last match on the card. After talking about the ambulance match with Cam and Corey Gamble, up next after that would be Extreme Rules for the FMW Extreme Championship. A guy that I am just so happy that's back. I don't know if he's gonna watch this, and I mean, it doesn't bother me if he don't. But if you do hear this, I'm so happy you're back. The Vanilla Gorilla, Ryan Chess, and I know that everyone else probably hearing about this first time probably have no idea. He did not come to us with that nickname. It's something that me and it's something that I came up with, but at the same time, like it's me and Josh.
Did he play a part in that? I can't remember.
So he didn't like it. In a way, yes, because there ain't no way for Lee to be, which Lee is my name on commentary. There ain't no way for Lee to be Lee without Josh.
Yes.
So if Josh isn't there, Lee couldn't have come up with Vanilla Gorilla, because I guess Lee and Josh work so well together that which Lee being me and stuff. So I work so well with Josh that I can kind of take a step back and think more about the story and or the stories and about what we're telling while we're talking about commentary. And I know that Josh has my back, and so no matter what happens, I can say something, and Josh is going to go off, and or we've done stuff so long together that he kind of already knows where I'm going, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
not
it
like
does.
not like he's reading my mind, but like I can start talking about something and he'll take over for maybe like some match play and stuff while I'm working it out, and like, and then all of a sudden I'll say something and then he'll go quiet for a minute, let me finish it, and then he'll add and he'll go off of it, and like we play so well off each other. And I think that's what makes it so easy to make names like Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah.
And like you wouldn't even think about that while watching probably like everything that's going on, but we're doing that stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
Like just on the fly. And so Ryan Chess, I mean, he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's a big one.
And he's a gorilla. He's I think what happened was he was facing a guy that I don't think we're naming anymore. But his last name was Stryker, and I'll leave it at that. And so he was facing a dude named Stryker, and he was just beating. He was beating him. He was gorillaing him, like you'd imagine a gorilla beating up somebody, right? Just boom, boom. And I think Josh said, "Man, that guy's he's beating him up like a monkey in a zoo or something like that." And I was like, monkey in a zoo, close. Gorilla, it's the vanilla gorilla. And we just went off of it, and that's the chemistry there with me and Josh, or Lee and Josh, I should say.
Well,
Keep kayfabe alive.
while we're talking about the chemistry that we share, we can't say that without bringing out CJ as well.
Well, CJ got added later.
He got added later, but he does help out.
He helps out. He does really well with us. A lot of times when we add a third person, it doesn't mesh how we would want it to.
No.
But CJ, he actually like knows his timing, knows his spots, knows when he steps in when he's needed.
Yeah.
And that's it's hard to come by because everyone wants to be the star of the show, but everyone has their part to play.
And he knows it.
Yeah, and he's a good time. He's the new guy, so he gets picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good time. We have fun. And so Vanilla Gorilla, Ryan Chess returns, and his return was something special. He just showed up in the parking lot and destroyed Christopher Rich.
God, he's still on the injured list.
Yeah, and then he gets this Extreme Rules match for the Extreme title against the guy from EOP we were talking about earlier, which is why I kind of didn't talk about him as much then. Chris Michaels, the demigod, the king demigod, the king of kings.
God, I love that. Oh.
Yeah, you guys watch good Ol Sinister Nights, which I really hope you guys do because we worked hard on it. When Chris Michaels comes to the ring, it's something different because he won the King of the Ring tournament, and no one has won, or sorry, the Rise of the King tournament, which is our King of the Ring tournament, but I just said King of the Ring so you guys would understand. So it's where we crown a king of FMW, right?
Yes.
And we have not had a king that wasn't Christopher Rich in over, I believe, 2 years.
2 years. I mean, Christopher won it 2 years in a row. So I mean, it's a new one, and he's gloating. He's rubbing it in, but he has the right to.
Yep, two in a row, and I think even you tried to decrown him the second year. You were in that tournament, I believe.
I was.
And Michaels was in that tournament as well, but he did not win that year. However,
he got it this time.
No one's seen it coming, and I think that's the best part about what we do. Is we can still kind of throw people off.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that.
Oh, it is fun.
So anyway, great entrance for the Demigod. Extreme Rules match. It's every bit of brutal. I mean, it's just two big, meaty boys slapping meat. Like, it's just
Oh my God.
It's just two beefaronis.
I'm not sure that's PG.
Around, it's I mean it's every bit of brutal as you would expect.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the main event.
The main event.
And the main event is a Falls Count Anywhere match for the FMW World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship that has been held by the man with the headphones on. for
6, 8 months, something like that.
Since Halloween.
Halloween lock, yeah, since Halloween. So that's
I don't know how to do math.
9 months.
9 months, which does not beat our record, but it's still probably third place, maybe. I think
it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some title reigns in our history, and a lot of title reigns didn't last very long. I've held the shortest title reign, which lasted 24 hours, not even. I think it was like 18.
Not even that. No, yeah.
Or it might have been 12. I held the title on a Sunday, lost it on a Monday. I won it this day, and I lost it the next.
Oh.
But Joseph Robinson versus Crunk Band for the world title.
And the promos going back and forth between that was pretty good. It was fun. I enjoyed the promos with that. I love the promo, and if I can promo well with somebody, and there's only a select few people that I can promo well with. Triple C's one of them. Chris Michaels is one of them. Joseph he's one. Maybe even Tyler Ferguson. There's not many more I can go off well with.
It's we've died down a lot over the years on people, and so it is sad because there isn't a lot of us that work like we used to work.
Yeah.
Is how I'll put it. We used to have real intense promo battles, and you would kind of depict the story over the promo battle, but when the people can't promo battle, it makes it real hard. When
they won't, it makes it hard. And while we're talking about this, let me go ahead and segue into this. If you're interested in wanting to join FMW, comment. Let us know. We will work with you. And for the love of everything green and purple, if you join, promo. It'll be fun.
It isn't absolutely needed. So if you and I know that he'll be against that, or sorry, he'll be against that. But you don't have to. Like, you could just join, and we could make you a call, and you could just see how it goes. But it is just It
is so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. Like, what got me into EFEDing was the storytelling of being able to do a promo, not someone telling the story for me and me just being a part of it. And we used to be real promo based.
Yeah.
I know you got something to say. Go ahead and say it.
I was wanting to break into and just mention about my promo when I was who was I fighting Malenka.
Malenko.
Yeah,
Malenko.
I was at the time the Extreme Champion, and we was promoing back and forth, and I said quite possibly one of the best lines that I've ever said, and I said, "You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit it in the wind, and you don't come at the FMW champion." Well, Extreme Champion, but you get the gist of it. But oh, that was so hot.
Man, there's a lot of great times that just came from promoing, and like I know that the guy that I'm about to mention is gonna absolutely hate I bring this up because for some reason he absolutely despised it, but I guess I won't bring it up. I won't mention his name, but you can if you want. I won't, but
I respect his wishes, but go ahead.
But what I will say is like when I'm promoting as Triple C's a dickhead. And I've mentioned that before. And if he can do something to make you look this big, he's gonna do it. And I mean Crunk's battled Triple C. He'll do anything to make you look smaller than him. And one of them things that he loves to do is play with your name.
Yeah.
He will absolutely play with your name. He will, oh, Crunky Poo or Crunky Baby or he'll take your name and he'll make it sound like you're sweet and innocent because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I guess. And I say that because when I get into Triple C mode, Triple C is a different beast and he's not really myself, but he is.
But let's get back to the match because we didn't dive into the match that much.
So the main event, Joseph Robinson, which is what got us on this tangent of promos, because Joseph Robinson is arguably the best promo in FMW.
He does it quietly. He don't raise his voice, and he's always calm in his promos, and delivers each line with a bit of coldness that sends shivers down your spine.
You ever watched a serial killer get his victim, tie him down, and then just fillet them piece by piece, muscle by muscle, bone by bone, while they stare at him and wonder why? That's Joseph Robinson doing a promo on you.
Yeah.
That is Joseph Robinson doing a promo on you.
Put it this way. The night he dropped that promo, I watched it, and I knew if I didn't strike fast, it would mean nothing. So I had to strike immediately.
And I think another reason we should talk about Joseph is Jimmy Rollerson, which is what the PLE's named after, thought the world of Joseph. He thought Joseph was going to be, and was every bit right about it, world champion before Joseph was world champion.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to work with Joseph on numerous occasions, just to come back to prove that he could even do this anymore. He wanted it to be against Joseph, and it made sense.
Yeah, it did.
And the fact that we never got that, it's I don't know, it's painful for all of us, because I mean I could sit here and we could probably have a whole episode on what the plan was just for his return, and then the list of people he was going to do stuff with, which Crunk was on that list. He wanted to work with Michaels. He wanted to work with me. He wanted to work with Trey. And this was all before he would end up getting the world championship again. Like, it was supposed to be just this long list of things, and it was going to be, and this is probably the best part, and I've never talked about this, so this will be for the first time mentioned right here to anybody outside of me and Jimmy. This Fighter Frenzy that just passed was supposed to be Corey Gamble versus Sinister for the world title in the main event.
That that would have been good.
That would have took us on a whole different path that we ended up taking. Sorry.
It's all good.
But it would have took us on just a completely different road that we ended up on, and it hurt.
Yeah, it did.
But anyway, he wanted to come back, and Joseph was his guy. He wanted to fake Joseph, so that was why Joseph being in the main event of this PLE was so special in so many ways. And then Crunk being world champion and standing across from him was just the bow that had to be tied.
Yeah.
Crunk is the person that Joseph just can't seem to get a win over.
No, I mean, he even brought it up in his, like I said earlier, he brought it up in his first promo that Crunk was his first, he was in a multi-man match, and he remembered that I was in the match, and I'm like, I don't even remember you being there. You know, just arrogant. No, I don't even remember you there. I don't remember that match. That's how important that was to me. You know?
And nobody brings this up because of what Joseph's done with his career since coming into FMW, but he, in that match that he was eliminated from, he was the first person eliminated, and he was eliminated in like 6 seconds.
Yeah. No wonder I don't remember.
Yeah, so like nobody talks about this because it's hard to, because look at what he's done.
Look how far he's come. I mean, you know, from the bottom of the barrel to where he is now. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, and so Joseph, man, he had a long history with Crunk. Another thing about Joseph is Joseph was always somebody who could call his shot, and that shot, like who was the baseball player? Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. Yeah.
He used to point.
He done it once. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so Joseph Robinson, he would do that. If he told you he was going to go out and win the world title, you might as well just you might as well just write that up, because
it's
he was going to go out and do it. And 3 times so far, he has stepped up to the plate to take down Crunkman, and has not been able to. It's funny that Crunkman has a Superman line, because it's almost like he's Joseph Robinson's kryptonite.
Yeah.
And you'll have to watch good old Sinister Nights to see if Crunkman, for the 4th time, and be probably the only one in history to pin Joseph Robinson cleanly 4 times in a row for a world title.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Come watch it. And before we end this, I got to talk about Crunkman. Crunkman is our world champion. He's held the world title since Halloween. He is a 3-time, I believe, world champion as of this reign. He has held the tag team titles God knows how many times by now.
A few times.
I want to say it's got to be close to 10, if not over.
Yeah.
He is civil disobedience with Tyler Ferguson. They came in to FMW together, and a funny story. He didn't want to be in FMW when I first asked him.
I was in. All right, since we're going down that road, at the time we was in another EFED. Unbeknownst to me, they was never going to use me. But I wanted to stay loyal because back then I was ignorant. I was dumb and ignorant. Tyler brought it up to me at first, and I turned it down. Oh, did I turn you down when you asked?
I messaged you. You turned me down. I messaged Tyler, and because Tyler's the one that said, "Oh, he would definitely join." Just message him, and I was like, "Hey," he told me no. He was like, "Hang on," and then you guys talked for I don't know how long.
Well, I don't think you said anything about they're not. You never said they're not going to use you properly or something Tyler got through to me. And he said that, they're wasting me. They're not going to use me properly. Here, he said that you've already promised that we would do this, we would do that, we would be winning belts and all this. And he goes, they're never going to let us win anything here. And I'm hard-headed, but that got through.
I think it's okay to talk about. I was a part of creative at that EFED, and I had my guys who I rooted for, who I worked my stories for, and not like my stories for myself because I didn't do my own stories, but like the people that I rooted for, that I pulled for, that I would try to help along in this EFED that I was a part of. And they kept turning me down for everything I seen for Crunk and Tyler. And
was this the same EFED that they voted on who was going to win based on their promos?
Yep.
Okay, see, unbeknownst to me at the time, I don't try to use language in my promos. I try to steer away from that. I try to stay as PG-13 as possible without using language. Mm-hmm. I mean, watch some of my stuff. I have creative ways of getting around it, but I still get my message across. With them, they was facing me off against people that every other breath was a cuss word, and that's what helped them win battles. And I was never going to win anything like that. Looking back on it, I was stupid to stay as long as I did.
And the other thing is that, and I'm not knocking the EFED because a lot of EFEDs do this, and maybe it's the right way, maybe it's the wrong way, I don't know, but their friends always got to pass over anybody else. And that was one thing that, again, Jimmy Rowerson played a big part in FMW. We just let people participate. And if you participated, that was all we asked of you.
Yeah.
And that really separated us from the other EFEDs. And so when I seen these two guys who, by the way, I was polling for, and I was like, hey, you should use them this way, you should use I seen stuff. I seen stuff with them, like, that they had done, right? And I was like, they're gonna be great. You just got to give them the opportunity. And no one wanted to give them the opportunity because this, that, and the other. And so I couldn't. It's kind of taboo to, like, poach, is what probably the term would be, like, to go in and steal these guys from this other EFED. And so I did. because I thought they were gonna, because I knew, I read and I knew what their plans for them were, and I was like, this isn't. I didn't like it, and so I messaged Tyler, who at the time I had already had a feud with, so I knew him a little better than Crunk, and so I was like, hey, I don't want to say what I know, but I think, and also Jimmy had a part in this too. So it was kind of both of us, and we're like, hey, like you should maybe think about trying out FMW, and this is what I could do for you, and I promise you the storyline, like I can guarantee a storyline that is actually going to mean something and be something that you can have fun with instead of just being jobbers.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we were.
Yeah, and thankfully, it was like a week after I brought it up. Tyler came back to me, and we created a group chat, and the three of us got in this group chat, and Crunk wanted to know a little more. He said Tyler told him some stuff, but he wanted to know just, what my plans were. And so I told him, I said, I want to bring you guys as in a tag team. I think what we could do is just really dive into you guys just being like the best war buddies. Like you guys go to war together, and you're going to go into this battle together, and you're going to fight no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's what civil disobedience ended up being.
And I mean, it took warming up for me to leave, but it was the best thing.
Yeah, and we became great friends.
Oh yeah.
Over the years. I would even say best friend. If someone asks me, Crunk and Josh are my best friends, and I don't have a lot of best friends, so that's big to me.
I can say this, now that I have a vehicle and all this, I was like, if I ever get the money, save up some money, I'm gonna go on a trip. My sister-in-law goes, "Where would you go?" Iowa. She goes, "What's in Iowa?" Colton.
Yeah.
Colton.
Yeah. So I mean, Crunk Man, just how he became world champion and how he ended up in the main event of good old Sinister Nights. Jimmy played a big part in his FMW career.
Yeah.
This main event means so much. I'm really excited for this PLE. Fighter Frenzy is supposed to be our biggest show of the year, and arguably, maybe it is. But good old Sinister Nights is kind of.
It's taking a lead of its own.
Yeah, like I said, we've been a show since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We just had Fighter Frenzy 7. That's our 7th year mark of FMW.
How many more EFEDs out there have went that long?
So there's only 2 I know of that have hit marks of the 7-year mark, and I think one's on to 12.
Oh.
So there's one that's higher than us that's still going. That's and I don't want to give them clout or anything because I don't think they like us, but I don't really care. 3Dub is that company, and they're still going, and they got some great content, even though they don't like me and stuff. I actually do like watching their shows, and I do watch, but they don't like me. They, or at least that's what I've been told, is they don't like me. And so then the other one, which they celebrated before they closed, their 9th year, I believe, was their last celebration. And so if we get above the 9th year, I would say, even already we're kind of in a category of our own, because EFED lasting for 7 years is just so unheard of. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it
is.
it just really is. Just because of the stress, I think. That's my opinion.
You're right. I mean, like I said earlier, at one time we was doing 3 shows a day, a week, and it took a lot out of me. And all I was doing was sitting here going, "Oh my gosh!"
I I don't think people realize. So when we were at our pinnacle, our top point, we had 3 shows. First show, FMW Anarchy, which became FMW Fire, which I think went back to FMW Anarchy at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then FMW Underground and FMW Purgatory. Those were our 3 shows. We had 3 shows.
Mm-hmm.
Although at that point also we had another producer, it was still like double the work
Yeah.
in a way, because like, yeah, he would take care of a lot of the stuff that like put the show together, but at the same point there was a Crunk knows there was a lot of stuff that got done wrong.
Yeah.
And like not what we had planned and not what we expected, and so
Yeah.
we would have to from week to week like really like work harder because of these changes.
He was doing that, not giving valuable information to people that needed it, and it just got to be taxing.
Yeah, but like, so the biggest show, which was our main show, FMW Anarchy, that show by itself had 9 matches. So
Yeah.
and then FMW Underground, that show had 8 matches. And then FMW Purgatory, that show had 6 matches. And every other week we were doing basically like a fun show, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
of CWE. And so or I think it had another name at one point too, and then it was CWE, and then whatever. But so we were doing, I don't know if Anarchy was probably 2 hours. Underground was 1.5 hours. Purgatory probably took about an hour.
We was doing commentary practically almost every day except for the weekend. 5 days a week.
Yeah. One mistake, have to start over.
Yeah.
Things like that happen on occasion. Not so much anymore. We've kind of, not that we got lazy, but we've learned to adapt things.
If we make a mistake, we've figured out, or if we got ways of correcting it on the fly.
Yeah.
For example, one of us, I went into a coughing fit once, and I didn't mute my mic in time, and I went into a coughing fit. What's wrong with you? Smoking a cigar over there.
Yeah, we and that goes back to how well we work together. Like, FMW doesn't work without the commentators, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on the commentary team, but even if I wasn't, no wrestling organization works without the commentators. The commentators are there to help tell the story.
Yeah, any sporting event needs a commentator. Imagine trying to watch a football game or a baseball game or even a NASCAR race without the commentators. You miss so much.
Yeah, and I like doing it with my best friend. We have the greatest time. And CJ, he's starting to be a part of the circle, and we pick on him.
Yeah.
Probably
probably a little bit too much.
Probably a little bit too much, but at the end of the day, it makes for great content, and we all smile about it and laugh, and nobody goes away unhappy with the product we've created.
No, we don't. I mean, at the end of the day, we all walk away happy.
So that's good old Sinister Nights in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
If you guys want to be a part of it, like we've said, he'll have the links there. Message him, message me. Either one of us can get you in there. If you don't want to message either of us, there's an admin panel. Message any one of them in the Facebook group, moderator, admin, and anybody in there can get you a part of it, because
Yes.
we don't turn anybody away unless you give us a reason to.
All right. Well, I reckon that's gonna be. I reckon that about wrap it up. If that's all you got to say.
I think so. I mean, make sure you guys check out Crunk Unfiltered. You know, each and every week. This is a great show.
Appreciate you.
He's also gonna start doing some streaming with me.
Yeah, we're gonna start some game streaming and all that. That's gonna be fun too.
Yeah, we got some plans to do. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
We have some plans to do like a life RP, and I think we'll use Farm Sim, but we'll also like adapt other games into it. Like we got this Ships at Sea game that I feel like we could maybe adapt into it as well. We plan on making a cool story and seeing where it goes. So just make sure you check it out, because it's going to be... We have the unique opportunity to have a 2-view life RP situation.
We've already kind of started doing that with Final Medieval Dynasties.
Yeah, Medieval Dynasty. Another one that we love to play, and I'm hoping we get more people to play it with us, because it's just...
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
It's just that awesome. And then,
Ooh! ADHD moment. Medieval Dynasties. First night playing it. I killed a wolf with a hammer. Colton's off chopping wood or something, and he yells out, "Wolf, wolf, run!" I'm way down. I have so much supplies on me, I can't run. This wolf runs at me, that's wham, 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 wham. I killed it with a hammer.
some good times, man. Some good times. We have a lot of good times playing. You guys should definitely come check us out. I stream on Twitch. I don't know where Crunk plans on streaming his. Probably here on his YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. I got a Twitch account, maybe there too.
Yeah, it's definitely doable, and I'll help him get set up, get him some cool overlays. We'll do it right. We'll do it right.
Yeah.
Also, if I can shameless plug,
Go right ahead.
I have a Collecty-Ton channel, which maybe he can throw a link, because Collecty-Ton's really hard to spell.
I throw it in. I would throw it in.
We sell Pokemon cards, and nothing's sealed. We're not scalpers. I don't go and buy all the products off shelves so kids can't have none. If anything, okay, that's kind of me tooting out. That's a little bit of Triple C talking right there. Me and Triple C about the same person, you know. You gotta remember that. There's a little bit of him and me, but we try to make it better for the kids. I participate in the trade up challenges and make sure a kid walks away from my table happier than he walked up, or she walked up, and that's something I try to do each and every time during my shows. And Crunk's watched.
I've watched a few of them, and that's exactly what you do. I mean, you got these little trinkets. You got certain cards. I'm not into Pokemon, so this is an outsider looking in. He's got these little pins that here you can have this. Take it, and you got like what is it? Trading cards or trainer cards or something.
Trading cards. I got stickers. I try to make sure every kid walks away with something, but if I notice like, and it's really rough to say because but I know because I know what it's like living on a budget. I mean, my life's my life's hard sometimes. I get it, or maybe right now like hard a lot of the times, and so I know what it's like when that kid walks up and he is looking at a card, but he doesn't ask for it because he knows that his mom can't buy it or his dad can't buy it or he doesn't have the money. And uh, so I know what that's like. And so if I can give you a pack of cards, a sticker, and this pen, and you walk away from my table smiling, then
That's what it's all about.
yeah, and that's the parts I enjoy. I
I
I like
I enjoy watching that. I enjoy seeing here. Here's a get you a pen. Pick out which one you want, and the kid just rumbling through and pick one up,
I
and
can have this. Thank you.
yeah,
You don't you don't know. Like sometimes you'll get a kid who is a little, maybe I shouldn't have gave it to him because he's obviously not appreciative of it, but like, and I hate to say that, but that's kind of the case. Every now and then it happens. Someone who's like a kid that's just kind of like, thanks. Like, or maybe doesn't even say thanks, just kind of shrugs his shoulders and walks away. And I still feel good in that situation just because, like, well, maybe I gave someone who didn't absolutely need it, but maybe he's now going to take that and maybe he'll give it to someone
maybe.
because he doesn't need it, right? And so every now and then they're like they wanted more and like I don't have more. Like you see some of these other Pokemon streamers who have tons and tons of followers, they're getting donations, right? And like stuff to help them. And so they're handing out like $20 cards, $100 cards,
Yeah.
$50 cards. And I think these kids have that expectation that like us vendors are supposed to do that. And like we can't afford it. Like we can't. Like I'll help out here and there. I had a trade up challenge. A kid brought me, I think it was a $8 card. It said stickered, but I think it ended up being like a $4 card. I gave him a $15 oversized card. So like I'll help where I can, but I'm not able to just here's a free $50 card.
No, I mean, can't do that.
No, and so like those are the things I get to enjoy, and yeah, I get to make a little bit of money. It ain't much, like in retrospect. Like I think the last show I pocketed like 200, and if you think about a day's work, I mean I'm standing there from we set up at like 7 a.m. and then we get done at like 4 p.m. and so like I'm standing there for trying to do the math in my head.
8, 9 hours.
Yeah, 8, 9 hours, and I'm not making a day's pay, but it's the interactions.
Yeah.
It's the I don't know. It's just being a good part of the community and
Now,
having
I try to interact when I can when I'm watching.
yeah.
I try to interact, and he has he has the sports stuff he's trying to sell. All right, and each time he brings it up, I'm not big into sports. I'm not big into sports. I want to get rid of it. I have to comment, sports is awesome. But then it's like 5 minutes, and that interaction is gone. He goes back and says, "Sports is awesome."
I do need to get better about reading chat. I haven't been streaming the live events that long, and so it's taken some getting used to.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
most of the time, I'm sitting at this desk with me and Crunk. We're streaming. Crunk's watching the stream, and also I'm watching the stream. And so Crunk can see the chat, I can see the chat, and like we're a lot quicker to communicate when we're playing games, and that's the environment I'm used to. But when I'm at that table, like it's just so hard.
And I understand that. I get that. And when I leave a comment,
Yeah.
when I leave a comment for him to read, I'm not anticipating him reading it right then. I know he'll get to it in time, and I mean it's what it is. I get it. I mean, I'm not.
I do need to get better at it though. It is like 'cause sometimes like I'll just forget. Like
Yeah.
I'll had like 5 or 6 interactions. I'll be having to look up cards and price them and making a deal with somebody and trying to make sure that I gave them a fair deal. And that's because that's another thing. Like I thought I screwed this kid a couple shows ago. I thought I found out that I was wrong, and thankfully I was wrong. I actually overpaid him for the card, but I thought I screwed him. I thought because I thought there was 2 options when you're looking up a card sometimes, and maybe more depending on the card. And some of these cards have like stamps and some don't, and like stuff like that's in like there's other little things, but I'll get to the point was that I thought this card didn't have this thing, or no, I thought this card did have this thing and it made it a more expensive card.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shoot, I totally did not pay this kid enough for this card. And so I spent the show worried about that and like trying to look around for him to see if he'd come back by so I could like make it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the whole show, that's what I'm worried about. And so there's little things like that happen during these shows that just keep my mind from being like, chat. Like
Yeah, I mean, I like again, I totally understand that, and I get it.
Oh,
I would be the same way.
To sum up that story, the card ended up being worth less because there was a third option, and that ended up being the card, and so it was worth less than what I paid him, which made me feel better because if it would have been the other one, like I would have owed the kid,
Yeah.
like I think like $20.
Ooh.
Like yeah, it was a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
I think it ended up being like a $30 card.
Especially for a kid.
Yeah, and so like I was like, oh man, this is a $30 card somehow, and it ended up not being. It ended up being, I think I paid him $8, and I think it ended up being like 4 or something.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, all right, like I felt better. I wish it would have been the one that I thought it was, because then everything would have been fair in Love Is War, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't the case.
Well, anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Collected. That's that's my life right now, man.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Collect a ton, streaming. That's all we do.
All right. Well, that will about do it for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you stuck in for the long haul, because this has been the longest episode of Crunk Unfiltered, coming in at 1 hour and 22 minutes, going on 23 in 20 seconds. But y'all have a good one. Crunk Man, signing out.